If you ever see a staircase in the middle of the woods, don't climb it, because what would you do if you were hiking deep in the Appalachian Mountains and you found a staircase just standing alone in the middle of the forest? No house, no ruins, nothing, just stairs going up into the trees. Because that's exactly what I found. And the worst mistake of my life was climbing it. Hi everyone, and welcome to Mr. Unknown Storyteller. If you are new here, hit subscribe, and don't forget to press the bell icon for more stories like that. We dive into darkest, chilling horror stories. And tonight's story still keeps me from hiking alone. This happened last year in the Appalachian Mountains, near the border of Tennessee and North Carolina. Me and my friend Tyler were doing a weekend hiking trip. Nothing crazy, just a normal backpacking route. Tyler was one of those outdoors guys, always talking about survival, watching those wilderness shows, saying stuff like, "Bro, society collapses, I'm good." Meanwhile, I can barely start a campfire without YouTube. So yeah, he was the expert. The trail started normal. Lots of other hikers. Clear path, birds everywhere. But by late afternoon, we were about 7 miles deep into the forest, and the trail started getting weird. Not scary yet, just off. First thing we noticed, no animals, like none. No birds, no squirrels, nothing. Tyler even said, "Dude, forests aren't supposed to be this quiet." But the weirdest part happened about an hour later. We were walking through this thick patch of trees when Tyler suddenly stopped. "Bro, what the hell is that?" I looked up ahead, and I swear to God, my brain couldn't process it at first, because sitting right in the middle of the forest was a staircase, just a staircase, old wood steps, about maybe 15 steps tall, going nowhere, no house, no building, nothing attached to it. Tyler started laughing immediately. Okay, that's creepy as hell. I laughed too, but it wasn't a funny laugh, more like the kind you make when something feels wrong. "Maybe an old cabin used to be here," I said. Tyler walked around it, checking the ground. No foundation, no nails, nothing. He looked up at the steps again. This makes zero sense. And then he did the dumbest thing possible. He started climbing it. "Dude, what are you doing?" I said. He laughed. "Relax, man, it's just stairs." Halfway up, Tyler stopped moving, just froze there. "Tyler?" I said. No answer. Then slowly, he turned around, and his face looked confused. "Bro, that's weird." "What?" I asked. He looked down at the forest behind us, then back at me, then back at the forest again. Everything looks farther away. I rolled my eyes. "Dude, you're like 10 feet higher." But Tyler didn't laugh. He just stared at the trees. Then suddenly he rushed back down the stairs, way faster than he went up. "Yeah, nope, I don't like that," he said. "What happened?" I asked. Tyler grabbed his backpack. I don't know, it just felt wrong. And if you knew Tyler, you'd understand why that freaked me out, because Tyler never got scared, ever. So we decided to keep hiking and leave the staircase behind. But after about 10 minutes, something hit me. "Dude." "Tyler." "Yeah." "Have we passed this rock before?" Tyler looked at the trail, then slowly looked back at me, because sitting right next to the trail was the same staircase, the exact same one, standing in the woods, right in front of us again, and the trail behind us was gone. The staircase was standing there again, exactly the same crooked wood, Same moss on the steps, same broken railing, right in the middle of the forest, like it had been waiting for us. Tyler slowly turned toward me. His face went pale. Dude, we walked away for like 10 minutes. That's impossible. I looked behind us. The trail we came from was gone, completely gone. Just thick trees and bushes, like the forest had swallowed it. Tyler laughed nervously. Okay, not funny anymore. We're lost. But something felt worse than just being lost. The forest felt different now. Heavier, like the air itself didn't want us there. Tyler grabbed his compass. He stared at it for a few seconds. Then his eyebrows slowly lowered. Dude, this thing is spinning. I looked down, and sure enough, the needle was rotating in slow circles, like it had no idea where north was. Tyler shoved the compass back into his pocket. All right, screw this place. We just walked straight in one direction. So we did. We walked downhill for about 15 minutes without talking, and then Tyler suddenly stopped again. Please tell me. That's not what I think it is. My stomach dropped because ahead of us, through the trees, I could see it again. The staircase. This time, it was closer, much closer. Tyler whispered, "No way." We slowly walked toward it, like we didn't even mean to, like something was pulling us. And then I noticed something we didn't see before. There were scratches on the steps, deep claw marks, like something huge had been climbing them. Tyler crouched down, running his hand over the wood. These aren't old. These are fresh. Suddenly, we heard something move in the forest behind us. A heavy step, then another. Tyler turned slowly, shining his flashlight into the trees. Nothing, just darkness between the trunks. But the feeling that something was watching us was overwhelming. Then suddenly, we heard a branch snap right beside the staircase. Tyler spun the flashlight, and for half a second, I swear I saw something. Tall, too tall to be human, standing between the trees. The light hit it, and it moved back instantly. Tyler whispered, "Did you see that?" I nodded slowly. Yeah. Then we heard something worse. Footsteps, but they weren't coming toward us. They were coming down the staircase. One step, creak. Another step, creak. But there was no one there. The steps were moving by themselves. Tyler grabbed my arm. "Bro, we need to go now." But before we could move, the footsteps stopped. Right behind us, I felt something breathe, cold air against the back of my neck. And then a voice whispered right in my ear, "Why did you climb?" I turned around so fast I nearly fell, but there was nothing there, just the staircase. Standing silent again, Tyler grabbed his backpack. Run. This time we didn't hesitate. We sprinted straight into the forest, branches slapping our faces, leaves exploding under our feet, panic hitting like a freight train. But after maybe 30 seconds, we heard something running behind us. Fast, way too fast. And whatever it was, it sounded huge. Tyler screamed, "Don't look back." But I did, and what I saw still gives me nightmares. Something was climbing down the staircase. Not walking, climbing, on all fours. Its arms were way too long, dragging across the steps. Its head was twisted sideways, like its neck was broken, and its skin looked like tree bark. Then it stopped halfway down, and it looked straight at me, even from that distance. I could see its eyes, completely black. Then it smiled, a long, unnatural smile, and suddenly it jumped off the staircase, landing in the forest right behind us. Tyler yelled, "Move!" We ran harder than we ever had, through bushes, over rocks, down the mountain, but the footsteps behind us kept getting closer. Then suddenly, the forest opened up, and we stumbled onto a real trail, a marked hiking trail. We ran down it for another 5 minutes, until we finally saw lights, a ranger station. We practically collapsed at the door. The ranger inside looked confused. "You boys, all right?" Tyler tried to speak, but he was too out of breath. So I said the first thing that came to my mind. "There's the staircase in the woods." The ranger's face changed instantly. Not confused, not surprised, just tired, like he'd heard it before. He slowly leaned back in his chair and sighed. "Did one of you climb it?" Tyler and I looked at each other. Then I nodded slowly. The ranger rubbed his face. "Yeah, that's what I thought." Then he said something that still chills me to this day. "Those stairs move. They show up wherever they want. And whatever lives on them doesn't like being disturbed." Tyler asked quietly, "What is it?" The ranger shook his head. "We don't know, but hikers have been disappearing around those stairs for decades." Then he looked straight at me, "And the ones who climb them usually don't get away." I felt my stomach drop. "Usually?" I asked. The ranger nodded slowly. "Yeah." Then he pointed behind me, at the window, because sometimes they follow you home. And when I turned to look outside, for just 1 second, I swear I saw it, standing in the tree line, watching me, waiting and smiling.